everybody, this is Botany Board. I am Bailey, and today I have a solo playthrough for you of A Search for Planet X. So, The Search for Planet X is from Renegade Games. They actually have another edition of this coming out for The Search for Lost Species. So I thought, might as well get a little bit of footage on the channel for Search for Planet X so you can see if you want this one, or maybe if you want a Search for Lost Species. So, with that, I will kind of just get into what we're doing a little bit, and then we'll kind of learn most of the rules as we go. So first off, what is a Search for Planet X and what are we doing? It is a logic and deduction game. So I have these 12 sectors, 12 sectors on the board. Now, there are 2 comets, 2 gas clouds, 1 dwarf planet, and 4 asteroids. All of these have a certain logic rule. I'll tell you what those are real quickly. So there are 2 comets on the board, and they are only in certain sectors. So on my board here, it depicts exactly where some of those sectors are. So that is the logic rule for comets. Next up, we have asteroids. So asteroids are adjacent to at least one other asteroid. So what that would mean is either they're going to be in a set of 2 or in a set of 4. Because they always have to be next to one other one. Dwarf planet, its only rule, there's one of them and it's not adjacent to X. Gas clouds, they have to be adjacent to at least one empty space. Planet X is not adjacent to the dwarf planet, and it will appear empty when I ask the app. Let's say like it was in Sector 3. If I were to ask the app, what is in Sector 3? If I were to target it and ask that, if Planet X was in 3, it would just tell me it's either empty or Planet X. And then there are 2 truly empty sectors. And remember that X appears empty. So what we're going to be doing is on our turn, we have a few different actions, and we'll just kind of go over them as we go. But we're going to try to be deducing where Planet X is and where everything else is. In order to win the game, we want to beat the bot. In order to do so, it's a very, very quick race because the bot is very fast. So I played it yesterday and the bot found Planet X in 6 turns. So you have to really go when you're playing against the bot. So these logic rules are always the same. But in addition, once I get the game started over here, I will also have research and conference clues. So this will tell me different things such as asteroids and comets, and it'll give me certain research logic rules that apply just for this scenario. So there's a ton of replayability in this game. So we shall begin. So in the app, once you download it, you just hit Start Solo Game. Start New Solo Game. Standard mode, not the expert, because the app is very good and they totally kill me, especially on the expert side. So standard mode it is. Start game. A to A9. So I'm only writing this down in case something crazy happens and we have to log that back in. Otherwise, if you're playing multiplayer, everybody could log in their app, or you could pass around the same one to take your turns, but you could all enter in the same game code. So where am I sitting? So each one of these little player boards it's oriented in the 4 ways where you'd be sitting around the board, which is a nice touch. So I'm in the spring equinox, and I'm going to go beginner, because the app is good. I'm telling you guys. If you have played this, you know. Okay, so beginner, so let's view our starting information. All right, so we'll just go one by one and mark this down on our board as we start to deduce where Planet X is. Okay, so starting information, Sector 2 is not a dwarf planet. So 2, not a dwarf planet. Okay, Sector 3 is not a gas cloud. Okay, Sector 4 is not an asteroid. Okay, and I'm actually going to box these because in the rule book it tells you to go ahead and do a little bit something different for marking off your starting information, just to kind of alert you that was how you got to that. All right, and so Sector 4, not an asteroid. Sector 5 is not a gas cloud. 6 is not an asteroid. 9 is not a dwarf planet. Can you guys see this? Okay, all right. And 11 is not an asteroid. And 12 is not a gas cloud. Okay. So I learned a lot about asteroids and gas clouds, I guess, and not much about Anything else? Couple things about the dwarf planet. All right, so that was our starting information. So the next step, it is going to tell me the research. So if I were to research A, it's going to tell me a new logic rule about comets and dwarf planets. B will be comets and asteroids. C is gas clouds. D is asteroids and gas clouds. E is asteroids and dwarf planets. And F is gas clouds and comets. And then when we get to the little X conference on the board here, once we pass this to the first time, we will get a conference clue, which will be about planet X and dwarf planets. Okay, so those are our setup for the game. So now it tells me to first, so I got everything set up. So we start on 1. It tells me to start first and then put the bot will go right after me. So for my first turn, I am going to pick one of these options. So I can survey, target, research, or locate planet X, which that would be really something on turn 1. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to just research. So research takes me 1 point in time. So I'm going to move my little person, space shuttle thing, whatever the heck this is supposed to be, 1 forward. So now I get to just select what I would like to research. So I learned a lot about asteroids. So maybe I'm going to do comets and asteroids so that maybe I can figure out where the comets are if I narrow down the asteroids. Okay. So comets and asteroids. It tells me that at least one comet is adjacent to an asteroid. Okay. Very good, very good. So it reminds me that I cannot research twice in a row. So it only costs 1 time to research. This is one of those games that whoever is furthest back in the placement of the game, that is who gets to go next. So it will now be the bot's turn. Bot, take turn. Bot's pawn is currently located in section 1. Reveal turn 1. Okay. The bot is going to survey 4 comets in 2 through 5. Okay, so, and it tells me to advance 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. I left this there from yesterday, sorry. Okay, so it is now in 4. So now I move the visible sky next to, which you can't see because my face a little bit, but my little pawn is in one of these little sectors. So this is where I am at too. So I'll move it right here. So now I'll get to take my turn. So they surveyed comets in 2 through 5. All right, I want to survey for asteroids, because I have quite a few things down here that are all leading around if I know something kind of with an asteroid. So I feel like if I narrow in on where the asteroids are, maybe I can apply the logic rules to everything else. So asteroids, we go. And visible sky is 2 through 7. So I can only survey at max 2 through 7. The further you go, the less time it takes you. The more narrowed in on the window, it's going to take you more time because you're really deducing in. If you only do 3 and 4 and it tells you there are 2 there, you really deduced a lot. Versus if you were 2 through 7 and there's 2 there, right, you don't have as much. So I am going to do 2 through 7 just to get big open. So it cost me 3. So 1, 2, 3. So it tells me there is 1 asteroid and 2. So asteroids 2 through 7, there is 1 of them. Okay. So 2 through 7, just taking a look here. So I did realize here, actually, with my starting information, so since this one is not an asteroid and this one is not an asteroid, every asteroid has to be next to another asteroid. So this is also not an asteroid. And 2 through 7 is only 1. So that would mean either 7 is or 2 is. So 3 is also not going to be an asteroid. So 2 or 7 could be the asteroid. So I'm going to put these little brackets because I've kind of deduced that it could be there for sure, one of them. All right. So it is now time to move the sky. So we are moving. Aha, a research paper. What does that mean? I haven't told you. So we can submit theories if we know where something is. Now this is a way to get points in the game. So you submit a theory. They each have different points that they are worth. So when I submit theories, and if I was correct, on each asteroid I get correct is worth 2 points. Comets are worth 3. Gas clouds 4. Dwarf planets 4. And then locating planet X. So this is based on who gets it first. So 10 points if you are the first to locate planet X, and then it goes down by 2 from there. And then you also get an extra 1 point for each one that you were the first to submit the theory on. So I do not know where anything is, but I will ask the bot if the bot would like to submit a theory. The bot does not submit a theory. Okay. So the bot does not know where anything is. It is now the bot's turn. So a bot take turn. Okay, the bot surveys for comments again. Okay, in 5 through 7, which means they must have got an answer that at least one was in their last. So advance the bot's behind 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next to my Rapidora, Tetrasperma, here with us today, everyone. Yep. Okay. I don't go places without my plants. All right. So that cost it 4, so they're now at sector 8. So it will be my turn again. So let's do some more research, because it only takes 1 time, so then we get to go again after that. So 1 time. Research. What do we want to research? Let's do asteroids and gas clouds, so D. Okay, at least one asteroid is directly opposite a gas cloud, okay? So one asteroid is opposite a gas cloud. Very good, very good. All right, it will now be my turn again. So I have kind of started limiting down about the asteroids. So let's survey again for asteroids. So in the visible sky now is 6 through 11. So I already know it's not in 6, but if it saves me time to select 6, that's fine. So I will do that, 6 through 11, because that will get it where it only takes me, so 3 times, 1, 2, 3. All right, so surveying for asteroids in 6 through 11. Tell me how many there are. 2. 2 in 6 through 11. So I feel like most likely it's probably 2 asteroids in 6 through 11. So I feel like it has to be 7, 8 because of the fact that there's only 2. Unless, however, 7 wouldn't have to be. It could have been that this one was 2. And then therefore, in the 6 through 11 with there being 2, it could be that maybe they're all... would that work? Okay, so I can't deduce yet, is the long story short of that. Do not exactly know just yet. All right, bot. Oh, nope, not quite the bot's turn, because first we're going to pass a paper. So submit theory. So I still do not know where anything is. The bot, let's see, does not submit a theory. Okay. Interesting. I kind of thought it was maybe going to narrow down where one of the comments were based on what it did, but I guess it did not. The bot will also only submit theories if it exactly knows where they are. Okay, so bot, take turn. Target sector 11. So that costs 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. I am going to survey for asteroids again. Okay, so I need to be smart about this. So I need to deduce whether it was 7 and 8. Or if it was 2. So let's survey, trying to think, 9 through, so in 6 through 11 there were 2 asteroids. Let me see, do I already know this? Think smart. Okay. 2 through 7, there is 1. So therefore it's either 2 or 7, which would mean it could be 7 and 8 or 1 and 2 for that one to have been correct. Then the second clue then, if 6 through 11 were to have been 2 asteroids. So only 2, which would imply that for sure it's not a round of 4, so they're going to be in a 2 and 2. So 6 through 11 would have 2. So it could be any of those still. Okay, let's just survey asteroids in 9. 9 to, okay, let's go 9 to 2. Let's do it. So that costs 3. Four asteroids in 9 through 2. Okay. Oh, so maybe they are, nope, they're not. Okay, yes. 9 through 2, asteroids, 9 through 2. There are 4. So they're all located within 9 through 2. So none of them are 7. Which means, for sure, this asteroid here, my first one, it was that 2 was correct, which would mean to put 1 next to it, it'll have to be 1. So asteroid, asteroid, and then 9 through 2. So this one cannot be it. So that one it must be 9 and 10. Okay. 9, 10, 1 and 2 are asteroids, folks, or at least how I have deduced it to be. So now that we have figured out that piece of information, let's take a minute to look at our clues that relate to asteroids, now that we have decided exactly where those are. So one comet is adjacent to an asteroid. So that means this one could be, and this one could be. To be true that it was adjacent to an asteroid. So one of those for sure is. Okay. And one asteroid is directly across from a gas cloud. So we've already alluded to this one cannot be a gas cloud. This one here could be a gas cloud. This asteroid directly across. This one could be. And this one across. Okay, so I have now applied all my research things. So we're going to pass a paper. This time, luckily, I know some things. Oh, sorry. However, I can only submit 1 research per time. So with that, let me make sure, actually, that that is 100%. Yeah, it has to only be 1. I wanted to make sure that it was, because since the bot gets done so fast, I can never have very much time to get very many theories out. But yeah, so I think it's just 1. All right, so I know where asteroids are. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick one. I don't think it matters, unless I thought I'd want to beat the app. But currently I don't know that he's really been surveying for asteroids. So I don't think he knows where they are anyway. So I will just go ahead and put down... we'll just go ahead and do we're in the visible sky. So we'll do 1. Okay, so in the multiplayer game, you would put it down face down. And what happens is each time we pass one of these, the theory will keep moving forward until you get to here, and then it'll actually be flipped over. We will then test the theory in the app. If it's a correct answer in the multiplayer game, everybody else's would be tested behind it, and then only the ones that actually got it correct would stay, and then of course no more theories could be submitted there because we all would know what it actually was. However, if we flipped this over and the person was wrong, everybody else's would stay face down until you came and we'd check again to see the next person's guess to see if they were correct. In the solo game, it obviously, I don't have to hide this from the bot because the bots cannot hear and they can't see. So I'll just leave it face up for you guys, that way you know where I think things are. Okay, so asteroid, we'll put 1 down there. Let's see what the bot wants to do as far as their research. So bot, submit a theory. The bot submits a theory in sector 7. Okay, so I don't know what they put in sector 7, but they put something down. Okay, so next up, we will keep going to the visible sky. We reached a conference, so let's learn about something about Planet X. Okay, Planet X and dwarf planets. It says X is not directly opposite the dwarf planet. Okay, so X not opposite the dwarf planet. So that makes me think it is good to maybe figure out where the dwarf planet is, just so I know that X is not across from it. All right, so we keep going across. It is now the bot's turn. So he was there first. So bot, what are you doing? Surveys for asteroids. He's going to get on the asteroids game. So 12 through 3. And, okay, so they go forward 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, my turn now. So I know where asteroids are. So now maybe I want to research so I can find maybe something about comments or another research thing. I think I want to do that. Okay, so continue. So we will go ahead and research for 1. Let's learn about the comets in the dwarf planet. Okay, no comet is within 3. 3 of the dwarf planet. Okay. So that cost me 1 time. Okay, so again, a research thing. So first, I submit theories down. I will submit also, again, that I know this is an asteroid. So I will ask the bot to submit a theory. Submits a theory in sector 11, which I feel like is not really fair because they targeted that. So like obviously, like it doesn't let me put down a theory somewhere I target. So seems a little cheating, but that's okay. It's the bot, I guess. Okay, so unknown theory in 11. Now, everything that is on the board will move forward 1, including those just recently placed. Okay, continue. My turn. Let's survey for the dwarf planet. And let's see, because I currently, so the visible sky is 1 through 6, and it could be in 3 through 6 from what I can see. So I'll go ahead and just survey through 1 through 6, because even though I know that it'll take me less time to do so. So 3. There are no dwarf planets in 1 through 6. Okay, so nothing. Oops, I need to write that down. 1 through 6. Nothing. Okay, so that means the dwarf planet is either in 7, 8, 11, or 12. That was good. That was good information. Okay. There we have it. And I went forward 3 accordingly. So we will move the sky bot. We're looking for gas clouds in 3 through 7. Okay. 4, 3. All right, we have another research phase. So I will submit again. I know where these asteroids are, so I'll just keep putting those down. I'll ask the bot to submit a theory. Submits a theory in sector 1. Okay. All right, my turn again. So I'm going to research again. So do I want to know about gas? Let's do asteroids and dwarf planets because I know where all the asteroids are. So I should learn everything about how things relate to asteroids because I know exactly where they are. Okay, so every asteroid is within 4 of the dwarf planet. Okay, so every asteroid is within 4. That doesn't really help me because I already have narrowed it down that these are the asteroids, and of course those are the only sectors. So not that cool of a clue. So we've already acknowledged that. Okay. So that cost me 1 time. I'll get to go again though. So let's survey, let's see. Could try to figure out about in between the gas clouds. Or surveying for the dwarf planet again, at least to know if it's on this side or this side, perhaps. Let's do that, I guess. Okay, so we're going to survey for the dwarf planet again in 5 through 10. Okay, 5 through 10 will cost me 3. There are no dwarf planets in 5 through 10. Okay, so it is not 8 and 7. 5 through 10, 0. Okay, so it's either 11 or 12 is where the dwarf planet is. Good to know. All right, we keep moving the invisible sky. It is the bot's turn. Surveys for empty sectors. Okay. And 6 through 9. They must be getting close to like locating everything because they've kind of went from like comets and then they targeted and then they went to asteroids and gas clouds, and sometimes I feel like they're like, yep, know where all that stuff is now. Okay. So 3 to sector 9. Beautiful. Okay, we are going to have another paper come out. So again, we will put down the asteroid. I feel like I forgot to move these all forward last time, so I'm going to go ahead and catch that up from last time. That's my bad. Okay, so now I'll place a theory. So I know that the 10 is an asteroid. Ask the bot. Submits a theory in 9. Okay. And now we'll move everything forward. So we have some theories we need to test here. So we will do the peer review of mine. So peer review in sector 2. I said there was an asteroid. Correct, 2 has an asteroid. Hooray! So I get to leave that there. Star for me. In sector 1, peer review. An asteroid. Sector 1 has an asteroid. Hooray. So this one, the bot also got correct. So I'll go ahead and confirm that it got an asteroid. Okay. Peer review 11. So I can't peer review this because I don't know what they put down. And same with 7. So continue along the visible sky. And my turn. All right, Bailey, what do we want to do? So currently there's 4 comments out there. Don't know where the comet necessarily is. I know the dwarf planet's one of these. Gas clouds. Let's do a research again. Research for 1. Let's find the gas clouds and comets. Where do I want because I've already done everything with the, yeah, okay, we'll do gas clouds and comets. No gas cloud is opposite a comet. Okay, so I'll move up 1. Bot's turn. Bot surveys for asteroids in 10 through 2. Okay. I feel like the bot's probably going to find X next turn. This is like something I feel like it does a lot, especially since it went 10 through 2. It's going to know that there's 3 asteroids in that. All right. Bot. Okay, my turn. So I need to do I want to survey? So 9 through 2 is a visible sky. So I don't really want to, I could survey for comments through there, and it basically just checks to see, no, because it only survey through the one. So I can look for gas clouds. I know there's no gas cloud though. So 4 until 4. 11 could be a gas cloud. I'm debating, I'm like, do I target 11 and figure out if that's a comet? It does seem like kind of an useful information to know what 11 is. Okay, let's target 11. Following in their footsteps. There's a dwarf planet in 11. Okay, so not the comet. Dwarf planet. Okay, great. So X is not across on the dwarf planet. So not X over here. So we have utilized that clue. No gas cloud is directly opposite a comet. So I haven't figured out where the comets are just yet. I have narrowed it down to 3 though. Okay, and do I have any other clues? No comet is within 3 of the dwarf planet, so I do need to mark off for that. So here's the dwarf planet. So, yep, mark that off. And so we already kind of used that clue too, so that didn't help that much. And already have the 1 comet's adjacent to the asteroid. So for sure then, this is the only, so this has to be a comet here in 3. Okay, so we know quite a few, this is good. So this is either empty or an X, 12 is. 1 is an asteroid, we know this. So gas cloud or empty or X. This one is either a comet or empty. Okay. Continue on. I don't know that I can deduce anything just yet. Alright, so my turn here. Did I move myself forward after I targeted 11? I feel like I did not. So I need to go forward after targeting, and that costs 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So research. I do know where some more stuff is. So I know where comets are. I know where the dwarf planet. Dwarf planet is worth more. So I'll go ahead and do the dwarf planet. Okay. Now, next up, ask the bot to submit a theory. Submits a theory in 6. Okay. I guess one nice thing is, like, if it submits a theory, the bot only submits things where things are, it knows where they are for sure. So I guess that 7 shouldn't be X in this regard. And 6 is not X either. So the bot submitted a theory. So now we'll move all the theories forward 1. Okay, and again, so we'll do peer review now on my number 9. Correct. 9 has an asteroid, so correct for them as well. Okay. So we keep going around the visible sky. We pass this again, but right, there's only 1 piece of information. We don't get like another rule or anything the next time you pass it. Okay, so the bot's turn. Please don't find X yet. I need a little bit more time. Damn it. I knew they were going to do that. Okay, the bot has successfully located planet X. Please advance their pawn 5 on the tracker to time track 5. So, how that works. X, they know where it is. All right. So, now I get 1 last turn. So how this works though is that I either get to, depending on how far I am back from the person who found X, is the way this works. So it's up here for you. Final scoring opportunity. So the first time somebody finds X, it triggers, everybody gets one more time. So submit theories. If you are 1, 2, or 3 sectors back, you can submit one theory to try to get final points for that. Or if you are 4 or 5 sectors back, you can submit 2 theories. So that is one option. Alternatively, you can locate planet X. So when choosing, right, so if I could do 2 theories, this can probably get me anywhere from, so 2 points for the asteroids, 4 points for gas clouds, and 4 planets. However, alternatively, if I can locate X, I need to know where X is, along with both things front and behind it as well. And that would get me, at this point, 8 points because they already found it, so they got the 10 point. So let's figure out if I possibly could know where X is. I just wanted one more turn. I needed to kind of like deduce a little bit more about the gas clouds. I didn't ever ask about gas clouds. And then the comments are a little bit up in the air as well. So a gas cloud has to be next to an empty space. So this very well could be empty, and this could be the gas cloud. One of these could be, but then the other one would need to be empty. I just don't know. I might have to do the submit theories, which I don't think that will give me enough points, but I do know where the comet is. I can submit this one, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4 back, so I can submit 2 theories. So comet's worth 3 points if I know. And is there another one that I'd be willing to guess at? If I know where a gas cloud is, I could take a stab that I'm looking over my clues just to see if like I didn't. One comet is adjacent to an asteroid. Okay, so we already got that one. We didn't get that research. One asteroid is directly across from a gas cloud. So I could try to guess one of these gas clouds. I have a 33% chance on that one. However, I have a 50-50 chance of just picking one of these comets. No gas clouds are directly across from a comet. Yeah, well, I knew that because of the... So I've already... I know there's no gas clouds anywhere over there, so since my comments are over here, deduce that, and one asteroid directly across from. So I've utilized all my things that I know to put them on here. I haven't looked at what the bot else has done. Let me see. Sorry, the dogs are upset. Like, how could you not find X, mother? How could you not? Luna. Hi, everybody. This is Loon. She hasn't been behaving today. Are you going to be a good girl? I doubt it. All right, Loon, where is X? What do you think? Do you know where X is? So let me actually think about X. So X is not adjacent to the dwarf planet as well. So this one can't be X. Oh, okay, so here we go. So this one has to be empty. So another empty sector then. So there needs to be one empty sector, another empty sector, and it needs to have, the gas clouds have to be adjacent to an empty sector. So since there's no gas clouds over here, wherever this empty sector is, it would have a gas cloud on both sides of it. So with that being said, it could be that this one's empty and a gas cloud could be here and here. I think it has to be that. Okay, So gas cloud, we're trying this. We're going. We'll see if I if I went too far. Okay, so that one will be that. Okay, this will have to be empty. So no comment, so empty. Okay, and then this one is a gas cloud as well. And then this one, then we've already got the empty spaces, so this one will be a comment. This here will have to be X and is adjacent to 2 comments. X is in 4 and adjacent to 2 comments. That's what we're going to go with. Okay. Have we done it, Loon? Have we done it? Will we find X? Okay. So we will try to follow in the bot's footsteps. Turn on the tablet. All right. Let's locate planet X. All right. Sector 4. That's what we think, Loon. That's what we think. Sector 4. And the Sector 3 we think is a comet. And in 5 we think is a comet. All right. Locate planet X. Oh, we did not do it. So I jumped a little too far in my hectic last minute deduction. So dun dun dun. Okay. So let's see where we went wrong. So we will go ahead and in game and reveal objects. To be fair, I did find Planet X yesterday when I was recording this for you guys, and then my audio cut out in the last 10 minutes. Okay, so yes, go ahead and end the game. All right, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put it out what was actually in red here. So Sector 1, asteroid. 2, asteroid. 3, comet. So we were right about that. 4 was a gas cloud. Okay, so that's where we messed up. So we switched 8 and 4. Okay, so we'll go ahead and go around. So gas cloud. 5 is empty. 6 is a gas cloud. 7 is a comet. 8 is planet X. 9, asteroid. 10, asteroid. 11 is that dwarf planet. 12 is empty. So we got close, but I jumped a little too far at this end, trying to be like, yep, that can be this and this can be that. I do that from time to time. But alas, we did not find planet X. So we'll still go ahead and do our scoring. So bot score. Bot score got 25. That was very, very good. So they got 10 points for getting X, right? That was bots. They got 4 points for the dwarf planet, which I still think that's not exactly fair that when they targeted that, they get 4 points for that, because I don't get 4 points for that. Oh, actually, I wasn't, or maybe I guess I can give myself 4 points for that, because I did target that. Let me see. Am I supposed to give myself points? Let's find out. So, okay, so maybe it doesn't actually say that I can't. So, well, that's good, because I put out my dwarf planet token there anyway, because I forgot to put out my little target guy. So, such is life. Please don't beat me up. I do make mistakes. Try not to, but it just happens to me sometimes. All right, so let's go back to my score. So, I successfully got 1, 2, 3, 4 asteroids. So that is worth 8 points. I got no comments, but I did get a dwarf planet. That was the only other one, so that was worth 4 points. I got first on submitting research 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times, so 4 more points for that. So I got 4 plus 8, 12 plus 4, 16. I did not find X. 16 to 25. Even if I would have found X, it would have only got me 8 points, which would have been 24 to 25, so I still would have lost either way. But, ladies and gents, that is the search for Planet X. I really hope you enjoyed that. I really love it. I would say I give this probably a 9 out of 10. If you like to just do logic deduction, this one is perfect. And I love playing it solo because I can take as much time as I want staring and analyzing and trying to deduce through my clues, versus on a multiplayer, you want to kind of like keep progressing around and not let anybody like you know, like, oh my gosh, like you're taking like 5 minutes here trying to figure out like exactly where those asteroids are, but I currently am ready to move. So I really highly recommend it as a solo game. Let me know down below if you guys have played this and you like it, or if anybody's looking for a search for a lost species. So far I looked at the cover and I'm like, I'm on the fence. It doesn't look like it was quite sucking me in, and I really like this one. I think it has a very like clean, nice look to it. So I might just be sticking with Search for Planet X, but we shall see. So with that, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys watching and taking time to comment when you do. Yeah, I look forward to hearing from all of you. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.